Today we also have a treat, the Junior Puppets, and today's title is The Wee Little Man. And so without further ado, the St. James Junior Puppets.
There. This is as high as I can go. This is where I'm gonna stay. There's no place I'd rather be. I'm Scooter, the king of this tree.
Oh boy, what a great day to go to the park. Hey, what was that? Do you guys hear that? What is that noise? Scooter, what are you doing up in that tree?
There's nobody in this tree. Go away.
Well, for one thing, Scooter, I can see you. And for another thing, last time I checked, trees don't cry.
Oh yeah? What about weeping willows?
Why don't you come down from that tree and tell me what's wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with me. I just...
Yeah, you look fine.
Well, it's just that and that's what happened, Carl.
Yeah, Scooter, I didn't quite get all of that. Could you tell me again, a little slower this time, please?
I've been bad, Carl. Real bad. And nobody likes me anymore.
Oh, Scooter, it can't be that bad.
Well, it is.
Well, please tell me. Maybe I can help.
Well, for starters, my brother Billy and his friends wouldn't let me play baseball with them because they said I was too little. So when they weren't looking, I took and hit all their baseball bats so they couldn't play either.
Scooter.
And then, do you know Sue Johnson? She lives next door to me.
Uh-huh.
Well, she and her friend called me, well, short.
Uh-huh.
And like, I know I am and everything. The guy doesn't like to hear it all the time.
Uh-huh.
Well, every time they saw me, they say things like,
Here comes Scooty Pie. He's so cute. He's so little.
Uh-huh.
I finally decided to show them I'm not so cute. So every time I saw them coming, I'd hide behind a fence and squirt them with my squirt gun.
Squirt.
And send them a running.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they stopped calling me names, but I was still mad because I knew they still thought I was short. And, well, I am still short. So I decided to get out my water balloons.
Oh no, Scooter. That was bad.
Yeah, and they were soaked too. But it didn't make me feel better either.
Well, I should think not.
Well, so this morning,
Yeah?
oh Carl, I never really knew this before. One of those water balloons, well, they can hold an awful lot of chocolate syrup.
Oh
Well, to make a long story short, when Sue came down the street, she wasn't with her friend.
no. She wasn't?
No, she was walking her dog, Fluffy. And splat!
Ew.
Yeah, it was terrible, Carl. Sticky, gooey, all over Fluffy. I thought doing all those things would make me feel better. And, well, maybe taller. But I feel so terrible. And you know what else, Carl?
I'm afraid to ask.
I never felt so small in my whole life.
Well, it sure sounds like you've made some pretty bad choices, all right.
The worst. And I didn't know what to do. So I climbed this tree, and here's where I'm staying. I don't have any friends down there anyhow.
Hey, Scooter. I know someone who can help you. I used to do bad things too. I was mean and selfish. And one day I met Jesus.
Jesus? Oh yeah, I've heard of him. But he wouldn't want to meet me. I'm too fat. And I'm short.
Oh, Scooter, that's where you're way wrong. Listen, last week I read this story in the Bible in Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10, and it reminds me a lot about you.
Really? How?
Well, there's this guy who lived in a city called Jericho, and his name was Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus?
Yeah, and nobody in this town likes Zacchaeus at all. You see, he was a tax collector.
What's that?
You see, back then, and even now, when you buy or sell things or own property, you had to pay money to the government called taxes to help pay for roads and schools and stuff like that.
Oh, that makes sense. What's the problem?
Well, back in Bible times, most tax collectors were really bad men who not only took what the taxes ever due, but took a lot more money and kept it for themselves.
What? That's not nice at all.
No, it isn't. Zacchaeus must have done a lot, because the Bible says he was rich.
Oh man, no wonder people didn't like him. Sounds like he made a lot of bad choices too.
He did. So, anyway, one day Zacchaeus found out Jesus is coming to his own town, Jericho, and he wanted to see Jesus.
Wow.
So, when Zacchaeus heard that Jesus was coming down the road, he ran to see Jesus, but he couldn't,
What? Why not?
because he was short, really short.
Like me!
Yeah, and there was such a crowd on the road that Zacchaeus couldn't see over them. And all the people were so mad at Zacchaeus because of the bad things he done, they wouldn't make room for him.
Man, so people were mad at him? Just like they're mad at me. Oh,
Yup, so Zacchaeus had an idea. He ran down the street the way Jesus was walking and climbed up the sycamore tree, just so he could look at Jesus.
oh man, that's really weird.
Starting to sound familiar, huh?
Yeah!
So, when Jesus reached that very spot where Zacchaeus was hiding in that tree, he looked up straight up and said, Zacchaeus, you come down, for I'm going to your house today.
You're kidding! Jesus knew his name and everything?
Jesus knew his name and everything.
Even though he was such a bad guy?
Even though he was such a bad guy, the people around him didn't understand it either. They didn't know why Jesus would want to go to a house of such a sinner.
What did Zacchaeus do?
That's the best part, Scooter. He was so happy to see Jesus and so sorry for all the bad things he done. He told Jesus in front of everybody, here and now I give half all I own to the poor, and if I've cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay them back 4 times the amount.
What did Jesus do?
Jesus told him, today salvation has come to this house. Jesus
forgave him? Bad as he was?
Yup, as bad as he was. And from that time on, Jesus helped Zacchaeus make good choices.
Starting with helping the poor and paying all those people back?
Yeah, you know, I read that story in the Bible. My grandma taught me this song about Zacchaeus.
Really?
Yeah, maybe some of our friends in the audience know it too and can help me sing it. Are you ready?
Zacchaeus was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. He climbed up in a sycamore tree, for the Lord he wanted to see. And as the Savior passed his way, he looked up in the tree. He said, Zacchaeus, you come down. We're going to your house today. We're going to your house today.
That was a really neat song, Carl. Do you think Jesus would help me making good choices? If I asked him to?
Scooter, it doesn't matter who you are, big, small, good or bad. All you have to do is ask Jesus to forgive your sins and come into your heart, and he'll start living with you today.
Wow, that's just what I'm gonna do. Wait right there. And you know what I'm gonna do after that?
No, what?
I'm going to find my brother and give back his stuff. I'm going to find Sue and her friend and tell them how sorry I am. And then I'm going to help her wash her dog.
Ew, I mean, that sounds like fun.
Would you like to help me?
For you, Scooter? Sure.
Thanks, Carl. You're a great friend.